Salutations fellow hobbyists and welcome to the Toyama23 hobby channel. After the last hidden Ver.Ka kit video, the comments blew up with a lot of suggestions as to other hidden Ver.Ka kits out there. Many of which I had no idea of, and some I just had tunnel vision making the other video that I have forgotten were part of Katoki's repertoire. However, our fellow hobbyist has spoken, and everyone needs to know the truth about these kits. That there are way more hidden Ver.Kas out there. And if you are still lost and wondering, why does Toyama23 keep saying Kaka? Please watch this video first. With that said, here are 10 more hidden Ver.Ka kits suggested by other fellow hobbyists. And I'll share my 2 cents on them in no particular order. Number 10. 2 kits which are the same yet not the same. Sinanju and Sinanju Stein. Like the Unicorn Master Grade, it started with the Sinanju Ver.Ka. Then the titanium version. Then the movie came out and there was this scene that attached this thing to this thing, so they made that thing and attached it to a literal magazine that you have to buy to recreate this scene. Wow. That was some oversimplification. Then Bandai released the Sinanju Stein Ver.Ka on February 2013, which is a completely different kit and beast. I know, but for brevity's sake, I'm putting them together because it's technically Sinanju without the full frontal flare. Yet different by adding Stein to the name. It's what became the Sinanju. However, a month later, Bandai released this OVA version of the Sinanju, which I recommend as the Master Grade Sinanju to get, as it was regarded as one of the best Master Grade. It's sort of a 1.5 of the original Ver.Ka. The difference? Less marking stickers, sadly. Slightly different red because it's not glossy in the movie, and due to the use of polystyrene over ABS plastic, they fixed the waist breaking virtually because it's more flexible and it weighs less. And you do not have to hunt for the magazine to get your bazooka attachment. More on the differences, check out this video by Hobby Link TV, the guys that inspired me to build Gunpla. So the only reason I can think of for getting the old Ver.Ka is if you want the titanium version. And these are starting to dwindle, as the old Ver.Ka is like the unicorn, discontinued. If you want those full decals, however, buying the decals elsewhere would fix that, I'm sure. With that said, I don't see why anyone would want the Ver.Ka over the OVA. Would you? Please comment below, enlighten me. I really want to know. This kit is so good that they combined it with the Stein and released the Sinanju Stein narrative version. Technically a OVA version of the Sinanju Stein, but not really. Convoluted, I know. It's so good that I don't see Bandai coming up with the MGEX Ver.Ka Sinanju or a 2.0. But hey, we have not seen anything Sinanju related for a while. Number 9. High grade Neo Zeong. Cause you know, it's 10% Sinanju. See, over there, Sinanju. And 100% Katoki. Behind the ridiculousness. Wow. Number 8. Master Grade Zeta Plus. We know Katoki is a huge part of the mechanical designer for Gundam Unicorn, and thanks to him, the Zeta Plus looks awesome especially Wave Rider mode. So how is the Master Grade, and how does it compare to a Ver.Ka? Well, I say it's like an old Ver.Ka that flies too close to the sun cause it's way ahead of its time. I'm sure you can name a few Ver.Kas that's like that. I mean, it's fragile, the balance is not good, it's quite awkward to pose, the technology probably was not optimized for this kit, and behind all that, they did their best to make this kit awesome. And surprisingly, if you like the Delta Plus, you might still like this kit despite all its flaws. Maybe it's that Ver.Ka factor infused to this plastic ensemble. If you ask me, I think this is the best Delta Plus you can get at the moment in modeled kit form. Also, if you're like me and love the Zeta 2.0, yeah, here's a good kit for you. Building it will feel like the Zeta 2.0, yet not the same thing. This kit is strange that way. No, not for beginners. Beginners, stay away. Yet despite so many negatives, many hobbyists still hold it in high regard for some strange reason. That's the magic of this kit. Man, I need to get one. Number 7, High Grade Kshatriya Repair. You know, the Kshatriya is already a big kit for a high grade. It's even bigger with the repairs done to it. Look at the tank, it's huge. Thanks to Katoki Hajime, I know for a fact that the repaired Kshatriya is designed by him. Not sure about the main high grade Kshatriya. If you know, comment below. If you are getting this kit, be sure to perfect your reverse wash no jutsu to showcase the pretty details. So far, we only have this kit in high grade. But I have seen many master grade collectors own Kshatriyas, like multiple Kshatriyas. And this is one kit that you want to buy over and over again to build and customize. Perhaps that's the Ver.Ka factor again. Number 6, High Grade Penelope. Speaking of big kits, this is a kit so big that if they made it in master grade, it would be the size of a perfect grade. The Penelope is a 2-in-1 kit. The fixed flight unit can be removed to reveal the Odysseus Gundam. This kit is kind of a brick. Even in the movie, it flies around without much dynamic movements. However, you can't deny that it's got quite the presence and really does stand out. Good or bad, that depends on if you like it or not. It's an expensive high grade for sure, and there are many surface details already on the kit. Yet I have seen a lot of modelers treating this kit like a blank canvas and really letting loose on their creativity, going wild on customizing this big silky chicken. So there is something inspiring about it. It's quite an unorthodox design, and I'm sure we have never seen anything like this. Number 5, High Grade Xi Gundam. This was the very first picture I saw of the Xi Gundam. The Xi Gundam. I might be mispronouncing it, but bear with me. So mysterious back then, not knowing the name of the Gundam or from which series. And for some reason, at the back of my head, I felt that it was a Katoki design. Only decades later to find out that it was. And I am happy that we finally got it in model kit form. Officially from Bandai. I am a little disappointed it's not a master grade. It will be big, I know, but at least it will have a cockpit. Anyway, that's my complaint. It's anime accurate. So the color is different from the original. Maybe the color will be the same as the original concept in the next movie, if they ever made one. You know, cause Hathaway didn't get a chance to paint it yet. And in my opinion, this is the best version of the Xi Gundam made by Bandai in model kit form. It's no competition really, the other is super deformed.
Wow.
Before I move on to number 4, I just want to mention there are more kits out there, and I'll be making one more video about hidden Ver.Kas. Might or might not be the next video. And to not miss out, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you know you do not want to miss it. Apart from that, have you been receiving phone calls from scammers or other telemarketers and wonder where did they get your information? It could be that you're using the internet unprotected. But here's a solution. NordVPN. Check out my affiliate link below and enjoy a limited deal for you. Moving on to numero 4. Master Gundam and Fuunsaiki. High grade. Yes, we all know that Mr. Katoki to be the man for realistic robots, or mecha. But once upon a time, he was involved in this super robot series called Xi Gundam. More like Cheese Gundam. It's Gundam with an extreme amount of cheesy, ergo guilty pleasure. Now, I want to stress, if you are into this kit, it's best to go with the high grade and not the master grade. This is one of the cases I say high grade over master grade at all cost. Reason 1, it's newer. Reason 2, it can do this cape covered thing. Number 3, has the figure of its pilot, Master Asia. Number 4, comes with Fuunsaiki. However, Fuunsaiki can only pose this way, pretty much a fixed pose. But I'm sure you don't want it posed any other way. Number 5, Fuunsaiki can be used with the immaculate, real great, burning Gundam. Or some say God Gundam, but I find that sacrilege. There you go. 5 reasons to get the high grade Master Gundam and Fuunsaiki. A mini video in a video. I'm starting to think this is where Mr. Katoki-san got the idea for Gundam Unicorn. Number 3, Master Grade Zeta Plus C1. Yes, the Amuro Zeta Plus A1 counts too, technically, but let's give the grunt suits the spotlight for now, you know? It's more popular for some reason anyway. And I like the color over the A1. The great stuff about this kit is it's based off the Master Grade Zeta 1.0, and it's better. Transforms easier than the 2.0 Zeta, and for some reasons it's still a good kit by today's standards. I thought having a Master Grade 2.0 Zeta means a 2.0 Zeta Plus C1 would be needed, but surprisingly no. This kit stood the test of time. Not many kits live up to that. That is something rare. That's the Ver.Ka factor. If there is an old school kit to pick up, fellow hobbyists, the Master Grade Zeta Plus C1. Number 2, Master Grade Deep Striker. It must be an epic design by Mr. Katoki, because in the story it was never built. It was only a plan, a blueprint. And you know, Gundam Sentinel series was a monthly novel, and yet today we have it in model kit form, in a box with a handle, kinda grotesque in a good way. If memory serves me right, I believe this is the biggest Master Grade ever, so expect a big brick with little articulation. And you know it's a Ver.Ka because of those vortex generators. Number 1, Master Grade Ex-S Gundam. Gundam Sentinel. The series that is Katoki Hajime's debut. How can I not have thought of this kit? Thanks for mentioning it. Even when I was not into Master Grade a long time ago, I always remembered seeing this box on the top shelf of a hobby store thinking that's a big Gundam. Must be a perfect grade. The ignorant fool I was. The point of that story is that design left a huge impression on me, way bigger than the OG Granddaddy Gundam. And it is because the Ex-S Gundam is an awesome design. So there are two versions of this kit, the 1.0 and the 1.5. Let's talk about the first one. It was released in 2003 and is the original design of the Ex-S Gundam in awesome model kit form. After they made the Deep Striker, they took everything Deep Striker-ish away and stripped it down to the Ex-S Gundam and fill the missing parts with the Master Grade 1.0. Look at it, stare at it for a while, realize that 10% of stuff should be added to it to tweak it, and call it Master Grade Ex-S Gundam. But as hobbyists, we passionately call it the 1.5. And if you want the Master Grade Sentinel Gundam, it's in there. There are instructions on how to assemble it. It might be a newer kit, but about 70% of it are kits from 2003. And making this video made me realize I would get the 1.5 over the 1.0 because I prefer the color and the sliding gimmick on the wings and shoulder armor. And the head. The head's actually smaller than the 1.0, which gives it the impression that it's way buffer and bigger than it really is. Also, there were a lot of little parts that could not be molded in 2003, therefore less painting needed to bring up the details. Not to forget those vortex generators and a different shade of blue. Mint. Well guys, thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next and final part of this Katoki Hajime list. Might not be the next video I made because it takes a long time to research and complete the script. And check out the previous video I made called Top 5 Kits You Might Not Know Were Hidden Ver.Ka, if you have not already. And fellow hobbyists, keep things awesome, keep the hobby going, and keep the hobbyist alive. I am Toyama23 signing out.